Hey there, we are back one more time to continue covering the solutions to the monolith quest. We've already covered quest 1 completely, and we've also covered quest 2 challenges 1 through 5, so you can hop back if you missed any of those. But today we're going to be covering challenge 6 of quest number 2. So this is the initial clue that was sent out. It was a tweet that says a door opens, and we also have this picture here with some squares. So I think they are 7 by 6, and then these two are 6 by 6. There's also some green and yellow numbering on the outside, and there's green ones here filled out, kind of maybe preempting that we might have to fill in these with numbers similar to how it starts with 1. And also these colors and squares are kind of oddly and vaguely familiar of Wordle, if anyone knows what that is. And some additional clues that we received is wisdom is born of meaningful memories. If green or yellow, then X and then the black square. And then shared past victories make the wise hopeful. Then novelty can come find its rightful place. So the shared past victories and meaningful memories, we've had a similar clue like that in the past, and it required us to go back and look at the URLs of some of the clues that were the ultimate solution to some of the old challenges. I believe that was in quest 1, so I think that's a good place to start. But let's start with the door opens. So going back to the loot and space pods where we found clues in there for previous quest 2 challenges, if we went into that additional room that we got in our loot pod that kind of had all the letters that we've used for a previous quest 2 challenge, for this challenge door H was actually opened up. It's the only other door that's in here opened up. And if you walk in, it kind of looks like a weird artifact sauna room with kind of artifact written across the wall in kind of serial killer mystery fashion. It's pretty symmetric, but if you look around a little bit and you walk up, you can see that everywhere is an artifact except for right in there in the middle of the screen. There's a set of numbers, and the 1535555 and 3650, all that string. So that definitely is something that stands out. So combining this with the knowledge that we had to look back at the previous victories with the URLs for old challenges, if you combine these two things, you have this set of numbers, and previously in quest 2 there's been 5 challenges completed. So that is enough to complete the 6 rows that we have, for an example of that. So pretty much that 1535 number that was in the room that we were just in, this is the 6th challenge of quest 2. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row down. And if you go back and you put in the challenge for each of quest 2, the URL that was the solution for each of these challenges. So quest 1, this was the URL string at the end for challenge number 1 for quest 2. Challenge 2, this was the string 3, 4, and 5. So this is literally the 19-digit URL string for the 1 through 5 challenge solutions, and then this is the long string of numbers that we just found in the room that we were in for challenge number 6. So it kind of makes sense. It flows in order. But now from this, we still have way too many numbers. So we have 6 rows of 19 digits across. So now we have to use kind of these numbers on the side, and what it turns out to be is that this is Wordle. So what Wordle is, or at least the rules to play around it, is you can guess it's usually a word, but this is a string of numbers, and the kind of computer will automatically tell you once you hit enter that if it's green, that means you have the right letter, or in this case number, in the right section. So we know right now that the 19 string that we're looking for, it starts with 1, because all these have 1 and they're all green. So that means this is definitely a 1 that we're starting off with, which makes sense because all the Twitter URLs that we're looking for start with 14 or 13. And also here you can see that right here it says there's a 6 that's green and a 0 that's yellow. So this is saying that it's giving us a clue that the 6 numbers below here are green and none of them are yellow. So in Wordle, again, the green means that this is the correct number in the correct location. If there was a yellow, the yellow means that that number is somewhere in the string that we're looking for, but is not in this exact location. So it's the number that belongs in the string, but it's just not in place. And if something is gray, which is not green or yellow, that means that it's not in the right location, and it's actually a number that's not in the string at all. So if you go through and kind of use these clues to kind of fill in if what's green and what's yellow, you will get to this. And there's a little guess and check involved, and I also think that there might be an error that made it a little more difficult, a little more guessing. But in general, based on the greens, right? So like this next one, there are 2 greens and 0 yellows. So in this case, we know that it has to be the 3 that's the green number, because there's only gonna be a green for a number that's down here. So there's only 1 digit that can be green, because it has to be what's down in this specific position. And if the 4 was green, there's 1, 2, 3 4s. So that green 2 would be incorrect. There's only 1 5. So because there's 2 3s and there's a 2 amount of greens, it has to be the 3 that's green. So we know that it starts with 1 3. And you kind of use that logic to kind of use these context clues on both the rows and columns of how many greens and yellows there are to kind of slowly walk your way through. So you get to a decent amount of greens, which we know for sure that it starts with 1 3 8. Then there's no green here, so we're gonna have to guess and check it a little bit. And there's definitely a 0 here. Some more greens, a little bit of yellows, and then more greens at the end. So we have about 75% or a little less than that figured out. The only thing where I think there might be an error, if we look at something here where this row right here, there's a 0 0, which would tell me, if I was looking at it like Wordle, that none of these numbers are in the right position or in any other part of the string of numbers. We know that's not correct because 1 starts up here and 0 is also multiple times filled out. So I think that part made it a little more confusing. I think the artifact sent out a tweet that pretty much if a number was used in the clue enough times, it'd be grayed out eventually down the line, which maybe makes sense to others, but it was a little confusing to me. But essentially, I think we have enough to have the greens that we figured out, and then we can use literally looking through tweet strings and also just guessing checking a little bit for some of the starting numbers to kind of figure out this eventual end tweet, because there's only kind of one that would fit the string of greens that we already figured out. So once you do that, you kind of get to this bottom line: 1380078714369798144. And once you hit that, you get an old artifact tweet, and that is challenge number 6 completed of quest 2. So the monolith has evolved, and all the cracks that we saw in quest 1 are now kind of reacting a little more, and monolith looks like it's ready to burst, ready to reveal any moment. And I'll do one more thing that I haven't done before. So today is February 27th, 2022, and just wanted to pull up OpenSea so you can see where the monolith sits at a floor price stance. This isn't the end all be all, but I thought it'd just be good to throw this into the video, so that way, you know, if you're looking at this video a month from now, a week from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, you can kind of laugh that this was ridiculously overpriced, or you can laugh and slap yourself that you should have bought, 100 monoliths and you'd be a billionaire right now. So I thought it'd be just good to kind of have this reference point back locked in time. And with this, Artifact kind of told us that we can take a week off, and then we're going to have another quest, and it seems like the reveal is going to happen with this third quest, which is this upcoming week. So that's going to be exciting to see what's inside there. So again, thanks for watching the video. I will continue and cover the third quest. Let me know your thoughts or comments or what you think is going to happen with the reveal or in the third quest. But other than that, I'll see you all next time. Take care.